Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to all lecturers and fellow classmates. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Desni Azzahra, student ID C1B023078, and I am a student at Universitas Jambi. In this video, I will be presenting the results of my assignment for the Customer Relationship Management course, taught by Mr. Bambang Purnomo, SEMM. The title of my presentation is Case Study Analysis PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik and the Challenges of Smartphone Chipset Suppliers. The following is the assignment for the 15th meeting. Case Study Analysis with title PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik and the Challenges of Smartphone Chipset Suppliers. PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik is a leading smartphone manufacturer in Indonesia. The company is well known for its product innovation, sleek designs, and competitive pricing. Most of its key components, including chipsets, displays, and memory, are imported from various suppliers in East Asia. Over the past 2 years, PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik has faced significant challenges related to chipset supply. Their primary supplier, Global Chip Corp (GCC), which provides 70% of their chipset needs, has encountered a series of issues that have negatively impacted PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik's production. 1. Delivery delays. GCC frequently delays chipsets shipments, resulting in significant production downtime and lost sales opportunities. 2. Inconsistent quality. Several batches of chipsets received have shown defect rates higher than the agreed standard, leading to waste and reward. 3. Sudden price increases. GCC unilaterally raised chipset prices by 15% without proper notice, citing global raw material shortages. 4. Lack of communication. GCC's responses to complaints and information requests have often been slow and unsatisfactory. PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik perceived a lack of transparency regarding GCC's internal issues. And 5. Single supplier dependency. PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik has realized that excessive reliance on GCC makes the company highly vulnerable to disruptions faced by the supplier. Impact on PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik. 1. Production decline. Delays and quality issues have led to a reduced volume of smartphone production. 2. Increased costs. Higher chipset prices, along with rework and downtime costs, have significantly raised overall production expenses. 3. Reputation loss. Delays in new product launches and availability issues in the market have begun to damage the company's reputation as a reliable manufacturer. And 4. Customer relations. The inability to meet market demand has led to dissatisfaction among distributors and end customers. Questions. As the SRM Supplier Relationship Management consulting team hired by PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik, you are tasked with analyzing the situation and providing solutions. 1. Situation analysis. Identify the main issues PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik is facing in its relationship with GCC. Explain the negative impact of these issues on both the operational and strategic levels of the company. And what is the root cause of the over-dependence on a single supplier? 2. Supplier segmentation strategy. If you were to resegment PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik suppliers, how could you classify GCC? And how should SRM approaches differ for a supplier like GCC compared to other less strategic suppliers? 3. Short-term recommendations. What immediate actions should PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik take to address the quality issues, delays, and price increases with GCC? How can PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik improve communication and transparency with GCC in the short term? And list and explain at least 3 key performance metrics PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik should begin using to monitor GCC more effectively. And 4. Long-term recommendation and risk mitigation strategy. What long-term strategies should PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik adopt to reduce dependency on GCC? How can the company build more collaborative and mutually beneficial relationship with strategy suppliers in the future? And mention and explain at least 2 supply chain risk mitigation strategies PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik should implement to prevent similar issues going forward. Okay, let's go straight to the solution. 1. Situation analysis. 1.1. Identification of core issues. PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik is currently facing several challenges in its partnership with its main supplier, GCC Global Chip Corp, including 1. Delivery delays, which have caused interruptions in the product process. 2. Low chipset quality, with defect rates exceeding acceptable standards, requiring rework that leads to waste time and resources. 3. A unilateral 15% price increase imposed without prior notice or negotiation. 4. Poor communication and lack of transparency, with GCC providing slow and inadequate response to complaints and information requests. And 5. Expensive dependence on a single supplier, with GCC providing 70% of PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik's chipset needs, making the company highly vulnerable to disruptions from this sole source. 1.2. Negative impact on operations and strategy. These issues have had serious implications both operationally and strategically. For operationally, production efficiency has declined due to delays in supply and poor chipset quality. Production costs have increased due to rework, and product distribution has been delayed. And for strategically, the company's reputation as an innovative smartphone manufacturer is at risk. Distributions is new product launches and the inability to meet market demand have further strained relationships with both distributions and customers. 1.3. Root cause dependency on a single supplier. The heavy reliance on GCC highlights the absence of a supplier diversification strategy. This lack of alternatives makes the company inflexible in the face of supply distributions. Furthermore, the absence of long-term contracts that regulate pricing, quality, and delivery reliability has increased supply chain risks. 2. Supplier segmentation strategy. 2.1. Classification of GCC. Using a reverse segmentation approach such as the Clergic matrix, GCC can be categorized as a critical strategic supplier, considering 1. Chipsets are a vital component of PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik's products. 2. There is a high risk due to dependence on a single major supplier. And 3. The company's performance and reputation are closely tied to the quality and availability of supplies from GCC. 2.2. Appropriate SRM approach. For strategic suppliers like GCC, a collaborative and long-term supplier relationship management (SRM) approach is essential, which includes 1. Establishing active two-way communication through regular meetings and the use of a performance dashboard. 2. Developing comprehensive cooperation contracts, including a service level agreement, SLA, and penalties for breaches of agreement. And 3. Involving GCC in demand planning and product development in order to foster synergy and mutual commitment. Conversely, for non-strategic or low-risk suppliers, the SRM approach can be more transactional, focusing on cost efficiency, adherence to standard quality control, and short-term supply availability without the need for intensive engagement. 3. Short-term recommendations. 3.1. Immediate actions to be taken. To address the quality issues, delays, and price hikes experienced with supplier GCC, PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik should take the following urgent steps. 1. Conduct a true quality audit for all chipset deliveries and isolate any defective batches to prevent further disruption in production. 2. Renegotiate short-term contracts, especially concerning chipset pricing and delivery timelines, to protect operational efficiency. And 3. Establish a direct communication channel with GCC's management to expedite complaint resolution and improve delivery coordination. 3.2. Enhancing communication and transparency. To strengthen the relationship with GCC in the short term, PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik can 1. Develop a joint online collaborative portal with GCC, enabling real-time tracking of shipment status, complaints, and quality documentation. 2. Appoint a dedicated account manager responsible for professionally and systematically managing the relationship and communication with GCC. And 3. Hold weekly virtual meetings to discuss progress, challenges, and collaborative solutions on a regular basis. 3.3. 3 key performance indicators, KPIs. PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik should begin monitoring GCC's performance using the following 3 key indicators. 1. On-time delivery rate, OTD, measures the percentage of chipsets delivered on schedule. 2. Defect rate, indicate the percentage of chipsets that are defective or do not meet agreed upon technical specification. And 3. Response time to complaints, tracks the time GCC takes to respond to and resolve complaints from PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik. And 4. Long-term recommendations and risk mitigation strategy. 4.1. Long-term strategy to reduce dependency. To reduce excessive reliance on a single supplier like GCC, PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik should 1. Diversify its supplier base. Establish partnerships with 2 to 3 alternative suppliers from different countries to increase supply chain flexibility. And 2. Gradually insource production. Develop internal chipset manufacturing capabilities through R&D investment to lessen dependence on external suppliers. 4.2. Building strategic collaborative partnerships. To foster more solid and mutually beneficial partnerships in the future, 1. Initiate joint development projects. Involve strategic suppliers in the product development process from the design stage to increase their accountability for quality and delivery reliability. And 2. Form strategic alliances. Build long-term partnerships based on trust such as joint investment, technology alliances, or exclusive long-term contracts. 4.3. Supply chain risk mitigation strategies. To prevent future supply disruptions, PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik should implement the following risk mitigation strategies. 1. Dual sourcing strategy. Avoid relying on a single supplier for critical components like chipsets. 2. Early warning system. Develop predictive information systems capable of detecting potential logistic disruptions or delays early. 3. Safety stock planning. Maintain an adequate buffer stock of chipsets to ensure production continuity during supply delays. And 4. Supplier risk assessment. Conduct regular evaluations of suppliers based on operational performance, financial health, and geopolitical or economic risk in their region. From the analysis, it can be concluded that PT Sinar Abadi Elektronik is facing significant challenges due to its over-dependence on a single key supplier, GCC. Issues such as delivery delays, inconsistent product quality, unilateral price increases, and ineffective communication have negatively impacted both the company's operations and its strategic market position. To address these problems in the short term, the company must promptly conduct a quality audit, revisit contractual agreements, and improve communication systems with GCC to ensure smooth operations. On the other hand, long-term strategies such as expanding the supplier network, building internal production capabilities, and establishing strategic partnerships will enhance supply chain resilience and reduce future risks. By implementing tailored supplier relationship management (SRM) strategies based on each supplier's risk level and strategic importance, the company can establish more balanced and productive collaborations. Risk mitigation efforts such as dual sourcing, early warning systems, and regular supplier performance evaluations are also essential to ensure operational continuity and support long-term business growth. Thank you for all your attention. I apologize for any shortcomings. I would like to close this presentation with a quote. Strong relationships with suppliers are key to innovation, being in company. Thank you. Wassalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.